In this part, I'll focus on imaging the patellar ligaments, of which there are three: the medial, the middle, and the lateral. They originate from the distal aspect of the patella and insert onto the tibial tuberosity. When evaluating the patellar ligaments, their relative size, shape, echogenicity or brightness, and echotexture or pattern, as well as the bony contour of the insertion or the enthesis, should be evaluated. I'll start by imaging the middle patellar ligament. This is a taut structure easily palpated on the dorsal aspect of the stifle. I start with the probe in a transverse orientation with the probe marker towards the lateral aspect of the stifle, which means that on the image, lateral is to the left of the screen. I'll place the probe over the patella. As I scan distally, I'll come across the origin of the middle patellar ligament, which originates from the distal aspect of the patella in a little depression. By doing this, I've ensured that I've imaged the entirety of the enthesis of the insertion. I move the probe distally, gradually, ensuring that the ligament stays within the center of the screen. Note the shape of the middle patellar ligament is quite rounded. It's surrounded by the infrapatellar fat pad, which means that the margins are sometimes quite ill-defined. However, the ligament itself is of uniform shape and size and is of a uniform homogeneous echogenicity. I continue to move the probe distally until the ligament inserts on the cranial aspect of the tibial tuberosity. I then change the orientation of my probe so that proximal is to the left of the screen to image the entirety of the ligament in longitudinal section. Again, I'll start at the origin on the distal aspect of the and scan distally. Until I reach the insertion onto the tibial crest. To evaluate the medial patellar ligament, move the probe medially to the medial aspect of the femoral condyle. Again, starting proximally at the origin of the patella, the medial patellar ligament originates from the medial parapatellar cartilage. Following the ligament distally, note that it has a rounded to triangular shape. And we continue until it inserts onto the medial aspect of the tibial crest. As for the middle patellar ligament, evaluate it additionally in longitudinal section. To evaluate the lateral patellar ligament, with the probe in transverse section over the middle patellar ligament, slide the probe laterally. At the level of the lateral trochlear ridge, the ligament is quite flattened and almost crescent-shaped. By sliding the probe proximally, we can evaluate the origin on the distal lateral aspect of the patella. However, in this region, the ligament can be quite ill-defined and difficult to visualize. Moving distally, again we see the flattened crescent-shaped. And distal to the lateral trochlear of the femur, it becomes quite oval to triangular shaped. At this level, it can have a variable degree of striations, which is completely normal. And we follow it onto the insertion on the lateral aspect of the tibial crest. Again, we'll move the probe round to evaluate the ligament in longitudinal section. There's the origin on the distal aspect of the patella, moving over the lateral trochlear ridge and inserting onto the tibial crest.